What's up guys, welcome to another C programming tutorial, and in this tutorial we'll be learning on how to sum the elements of an array. So let me just quickly show you how to do that uh, with, uh, with the help of a program. Okay, so as I said, well, I'll just define a constant. I'll just type has define and I'll put it as size. I'll use 6. Okay, and make a note, there's no semicolon to this. For any preprocessor there's no semicolon over here. Okay, so let's just get started. Let's make variables. So all I did here was I just defined the variables. I just took an integer. I've named it. I've just took an integer array. I've just named it as a, and its size is 6. Okay, so uh, I've just initialized 6 values, as you can see, 11, 22, 5, 6, 1, and 10, and I've taken a variable I from a counter and total to total. Okay, so let's get started. Let's make a for loop. So I'll loop through it. So I've just taken a for loop. I've just initialized the counter I to 0, and I've taken less than the size. Less than the size, it is only for the reason because we all know, as we learned from the previous tutorial, that array, when you give the index number to the arrays, it will be 1 less than the number of elements. Okay, so now let's just do the bit of addition. I'll just write total plus equals a of I. Okay, so now let's just print it out. Printf and total of array element values is, so it's integer, so you can use %d and just put total over here. You'll get the total. Okay, so let's just build and run it. Before that, let's initialize this to 0. Let's initialize total to 0. Now let's just build and run it. So when you do it, you'll get 55. So when you add it, it'll probably sum up to this one. So if we total it, it'll be, 22, 11 is 33, 33, 43, plus 1, 44, 44, and 5 is 49, 49 plus 6 will give you 55. So that's correct. Okay, so now I'll take up another example to show you a slightly different concept which you can use it for your further programming. I'll just clear this up. So let's make a program where we allow let me say around 20 people to give their ratings from 1 to 5. So what our program will do is it'll basically tell how many of them rated 1, how many of them rated 2, how many of them rated 3, how many of them rated 4, and how many of them rated 5. Okay, so to save time, I'll just program it and show it to you. I'll walk you through that. So here we are, guys, to save time, written the code. Okay, so I've just declared two constants named response size and frequency size. Now what response size does is it'll have we'll just take a review from 20 people, so this is the response size, and the frequency size, it is we want to rate them from 1 to 5. So I've taken it as 6 elements. I'll tell you why. Coming to the main program, I've just taken two integer variable named answer and rating. I've taken answer. This will be to to get each response from all the 20 people. So that is answer, and rating to give the rating from 1 to 5. Okay. So now coming to this one, I've just defined another variable named array variable. I've named that array as frequency, and it's of integer type, and the size of it will be, it will store 6 elements. Okay, so I've initialized all of them to 0, as I told in my previous tutorial. If you put this, 0th element will be 0, and it'll put all the rest of the elements to 0 as well. Okay, then I've taken another array variable named responses, and it'll store 20 elements. Okay, so I've just given 20 ratings on my own. So yeah, and then in this loop, what this will do is, as I said, it'll take responses of each of the 20 people. Okay, the first people, the second, the third, and the fourth. Now let me tell you why I took it 6 instead of 5. As I said, our array starts, the index of the array starts with 0. So I'll just show you in Paint. Okay, so now if I had taken it as, say, suppose if I had taken it as array, the size, if I had taken it as 5, then what would have happened is it would have given me f of 0 till f of 4, but now f of 5. Okay, we need the ratings from f of 1 till f of 5. So what we will do is we'll just ignore f of 0 over here. Okay, uh, so I'll just show it to you. Okay, there we go. We have initialized the counter to 0. Then this is the for loop. No, it'll go less than 20. Less than 20, as you all know, the array element will be from response size 0, response size 1, response size 2, and it'll go all the way till response size 19. So I've taken it less than 20. Okay, that is a loop till 19. It'll loop for 19 times. And over here, what this will do is, now if, for example, if the value of answer, now it is 0, so okay, what this would do is it will come to the responses array, it'll fill 0 over here, so it'll find responses 0, so it'll point over here. Okay, so it'll be 3. Now coming to the next, after it increments, it'll go to 1. So now the value of answer will be 1, so it'll be responses 1, it'll point over here. Similarly, if the an answer value is 2, it'll come over here, response is 2, it'll point over here. So all the way it'll come over here, it'll loop all through the 20 responses which we have. Okay, so now what will happen is, for example, if it was 0, answer over here. Okay, so responses of 0, it is 3. So what this would do is this would increment the frequency of 3, so it would fill up the value over here. So this would be 1 for now. Okay, and then what will happen here is, if I take it 1 over here, now the answer value is 1. After incrementing, it goes to 1. So responses of 1, it'll point to this element. Okay, so what this would do is this would increment the frequency of 5. So it'll come over here and it'll increment this one. Okay, similarly it'll go to the next one. Okay, I guess it is 2. So it'll come over here, responsive of 2, that'll be 4. So it'll increment the 4. Okay, it'll come over here, it'll increment this part. So this thing goes on. So it'll increment each and everything over here. We ignore f of 0. Okay, we don't need it. We are just we are asking rating from 1 to 5. Okay, so we'll ignore f of 0. So how we do that is, we'll just again, we'll just make a nice table. We'll put ratings and frequency. We'll give 17 characters space over here. So in the rating part, I'll just build and run it so that it will be much more easier. Okay, so there you go. Now as you can see, this was a rating and 17 characters space. I get frequency over here and nice table. So rating, I've just looped it from 1, so it'll have 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and the frequency, it'll take it from this updated table. Okay, there's not yet updated, but after it gets updated, it'll take the values from this memory block and it'll use it. If we add this, we should get 20 responses. 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 5 goes to 12, 12 plus 2 is 14, 14 plus 6 is 20. So program is right. Okay, so I hope you liked it. So please leave a comment below on YouTube if you have any doubt, and I'll see you in the next tutorial, where we'll take the input from the user for the arrays. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.